Okay, good day everyone. So let us now discuss and practice more about ratio. In this video, we will learn how to simplify find equivalent ratio and the missing ratio. Let's start with the first example. Find the number of recoveries in Addition Hills to the number of recoveries in Green Hills based on the given table. Answer: the number of recoveries in Addition Hill, we have 60, and that is in a ratio of the number of recoveries in Green Hills, which is 180. But we can change this into its simplest form, which will be equal to 1 is to 3. By dividing both numbers by 60, we will get the simplest form of the ratio 60 is to 180, which is 1 is to 3. Let's now go to the next question. This time, let's find the ratio of the number of recoveries in Addition Hills to the total number of recoveries. For the number of recoveries in Addition Hills, again, we have 60. And to the number of recoveries, the total number of recoveries, we have 360. But again, this can be changed into its simplest form. By dividing both of them by their greatest common factor, which is 60, the simplest form of 60 is to 360 is 1 is to 6. So our answer is 1 is to 6. This time, let's try to simplify the ratio 9 is to 12. To simplify the ratio 9 is to 12, let's find a greatest common factor between the two numbers, which means you need to find a number that can be divided exactly to 12 and 9 without any remainder. And that number is 3. So by dividing both of them by 3, we will get the simplest form of 3 is to 4. Next is still finding the simplify of the ratio 34 is to 51. So we have a 34 is to 51. Finding their greatest common factor, we will get 17. So both of them can be divided by 17. Therefore, the answer will be 34 divided by 17 is 2. And then 51 divided by 17 is 3. Therefore, 34 is to 51. The lowest term is 2 is to 3. Moving on, at this time, we will try to find the missing number in the equation 2 is to 6 equals 6 is to blank. This means that the two ratio are equivalent ratio, but we need to find the number in the second ratio. So we write 2 is to 8. Okay, and it's equivalent to 6 is to blank. So here we need to find a number that we can multiply or divide to the given number to get the next value. So for 2, for us to get 6, we need to multiply 2 by 3 to get 6. Which means we need to also to multiply 8 with the same number to get the missing number here. So that will be 8 times 3, which is 24. Therefore, our answer is 24. The next one, still on missing number in this equation. If we have 15 is to 20, and that is equivalent to a blank is to 24, what is the missing number in the second ratio? You'll notice that it would be hard for us to find a number that we can multiply to 20 to get an answer which is equal to 24. So what we can do is, first, we can simplify the given ratio. By simplifying 15 is to 20, we will get 3 is to 4. How did we get 3 is to 4? By dividing both of them by 5. Because 5 is their greatest common factor. From there, we can now find the missing number in the ratio blank is to 24. It will be easy this time to find a number that we can multiply to 4 to get a product of 24. And that is by multiplying 4 by 6. Which means to get the missing number here, we will multiply 3 with the same number, 6. Therefore, the answer for this one is 18. Another problem on the missing number in this equation is blank is to 9 is equivalent to 12 is to 36. Okay? In this example, it's not always that we multiply a number. We can also divide both of the numbers by a common number. So this time, we need to get from 36, we need to get 9. And by doing that, we need to divide 36 by a certain number. So what is the number that we will divide to 36 to get a quotient of 9? Yes, that is 4. Because 36 divided by 4 is 9. Same thing, we need to do that to the other side of this ratio. Therefore, we have 12 divided by 4, which is equivalent to 3. So we have now the missing number, which is equal to 3. At this part, we will now try to change the given ratio into percent. Remember, ratio is related to fraction. Therefore, we can write 2 is to 5 as 2 over 5. And to change it into percent, it's easier if the denominator is hundreds. Okay? So the fraction should be in hundreds. So by multiplying both the numerator and the denominator by 20, we will now get 40 over 100, which is equivalent to 40%. Next one. How do we express 12 is to 30 to percent? Again, 12 is to 30 can be written as a fraction as 12 over 30. And we can get its simplified form by dividing both of them by 6. So dividing both of them by 6, I will get 2 over 5. And from there, we can now change it to percent by multiplying the numerator and denominator by 20. So that we will have a fraction in hundreds. So we have 40 over 100, which is also equivalent to 40%. So again, the answer for the second one here is 40%. Another one is expressing percent to ratio. So 40% to, to ratio is first we change 40% into fraction, which can be written as 40 over 100. And by getting its simplest form, we will be getting from 40 over 100 to over 5. By multiplying 20 to both the numerator and the denominator, we'll get 2 over 5. Remember that fraction is related to ratio. Therefore, we can write the fraction 2 over 5 in the form of ratio as 2 is to 5. So the answer is 2 is to 5. The next one is 65%, how to change it to ratio. Again, we change 65% into a fraction, which can be written as 65 over 100. By dividing both of them by 5 as the common factor, we will get 13 over 20. And to write it in ratio, we will now have 13 is to 20. Make sure that your answer is always in simplest form. And finally, the last item is to express 1 is to 5 to decimal. So again, we change 1 is to 5 into fraction as 1 over 5. It's easier to change this into decimal if the denominator is hundreds. So by multiplying both the numerator and denominator by 20, we'll get 20 over 100. Therefore, 20 over 100 can be just expressed in decimal as 0.20 or 0.2. That's it for now, and I hope you learned something about ratio. Thank you and see you next video.